In this video, I'm going to tell you 10 more common mistakes parents make that can add to the rebellion and defiance that comes from their children. Hi, I'm Holly McLean, the Mommy Answer Lady, and I'm all about helping parents stop struggling with children's bad behavior and showing them how to grow their relationship at the same time. If that interests you, please subscribe and hit the notifications button so you'll know when new content comes out on this channel. Real quick before I start this list, let me tell you that the first 10 mistakes parents make can be found in the other video on this channel called 10 Common Mistakes Parents Make. You should see a link to that video right up here at the top of the screen, somewhere up here. If you haven't watched that one yet, I really want to suggest you do. We as parents are flawed and obviously aren't perfect, but sometimes taking a look at the common mistakes parents make can help us get a grip on those things we might be missing. I know some of them may seem hard to hear, but they're worth noting so you can watch out for them. So let's start with number 10 on this list, not allowing them to experience natural consequences. When someone experiences a consequence, they learn. If you want your child to have the knowledge and wisdom that comes from maturity, allow them to learn from their own mistakes. If they forget their homework day after day, don't drive it to the school for them. If they get in trouble, let them suffer the consequences so they learn from their mistake. A good parent is there to coach them through a consequence for their mistake, but not shield them from it. Number 9, supporting unhealthy relationships. This is going to be a surprising one to many of you who watch this video. So many parents do not regulate and guide their children when it comes to relationships. Instead of saying no, they are afraid of alienating their children, so they don't protect them. They even invite the problem relationship into their home. Your child needs your guidance. You know they're not ready for the emotions that come with adult romance and certainly not sexual involvement. Don't encourage boyfriend-girlfriend relationships when they're not ready to make them permanent. Encourage them to have friendships and go out in groups. Don't be the parent who watches your child go from one relationship to another and be on a destructive and harmful emotional roller coaster throughout their growing up years. Number 8, allowing social rudeness. Your children live in a world of social interaction. They need to learn how to interact and not be shielded from others by you. Teach your children to behave socially so they can be successful in school, with friends, when meeting new people, and even in awkward situations. They will have to deal with these social skills all their lives. Help them feel comfortable. There's an entire module dedicated to social skills for young children in the online course called How to Train Your Child to Behave. You can find a link to that in the description below. Number 7, defending them against authority. Your child will grow up and have authority figures over them. They will have teachers, police, judges, and bosses. They need to know they should comply with these authorities unless there is an abusive situation. You, as a parent, need to support these authorities to help your child recognize the importance of it. Sometimes these people will be unfair. Teach them life is sometimes unfair. Teach them how to stand up for themselves if abused, but also to be wise and make peace as much as possible. Do not be the one to always come to their defense unless they are being abused. An authority figure who is not wise is going to come into their life at some point, and probably more than once. Teach them it is wise for them to uphold their authorities and support them in their position, but never to allow abuse or immorality. They should stand up for what is right, but do it in a respectful manner. Number 6, not warning against future life issues. There are so many things you can tell your child that you know are coming in their future. Many parents don't do that, and when the time comes, the child is clueless. Warn them about peer pressure and what it will feel like. When they begin to experience that pressure, they will remember your warning and will be able to discuss it with you and hopefully make good choices. Warn them about inappropriate emotional attachments and how that can lead to bad choices. Tell your children about how friends in their life may come and go, that authorities may not always be fair, that they sometimes will feel depressed or lonely. Let them know what to do in these circumstances and remind them they can come and talk to you. Don't let them go into the world without the knowledge of these things. If they already know these feelings and situations are coming, they'll be ready and able to handle them. Number 5, being at their beck and call. I have heard many people applaud the idea that a mother is a maid, chef, laundry woman, pet sitter, bank, and chauffeur. I do not believe that is what a mother is supposed to be. I believe a mother is supposed to teach a child to clean, cook, do laundry, take care of pets, earn money, and make plans with the idea in mind that your life doesn't center around theirs. In other words, a mother is the ultimate teacher, not the ultimate slave. Your child should recognize that when they ask you to drive them somewhere, it is a privilege and a gift that you do this for them. They should be grateful and not demanding. If they want money, they should ask for ways to earn it. If their clothes are not clean and they want them clean, they should learn to do the laundry. Do not let them make plans with their friends and then expect you to comply with those plans. They must ask you and wait to see if that fits into your schedule. Teach them that the world does not center around them, their desires, their plans, or their circle of friends, and to be grateful for the things others, including you, do for them. Number 4, not enough encouraging words. Sometimes parents are so busy correcting bad behavior or seeking out things that they need to change that they stop noticing the accomplishments and even small gestures their child makes that are praiseworthy. Number 3, trash talking your children. Complaining about being a parent, about your child's behavior, or about their failures to others in front of them or even in public places is not appropriate and can damage your relationship with your child. They should only hear words of praise and encouragement from you when in public or in general. That does not mean if they are misbehaving that appropriate measures should not be taken to address it. But generally, they should know you will uphold them to others and never hear you speak a word that would suggest you wish you were not their parent or they were not your child. Saying you wish school would start soon so they would be gone all day, that you can't wait for them to go to college so you'll be done with them, that your life was so much freer before they come along, etc. These kinds of attitudes and comments are damaging to your relationship with your child. Don't say them. Post them on social media or indicate them in any way. Number 2, allowing children to ignore you. Children often seem to have selective hearing. Don't allow it. If you really do believe they have a hearing problem, take them to a specialist and get their hearing checked. But a good way to check it for less money is ask them if they want a cookie. If they hear you ask that, they can hear you tell them to clean up their toys. Of course, you must produce a cookie if they say yes. Do not allow them to ignore you, and do not allow them to ignore others. Ignoring is a rude behavior and it shows disrespect, which leads us to number 1 on this list, allowing disrespect or passive rebellion. If your child complies with your instructions but does it with a bad attitude, they are not really being compliant. Was your intent for them to do what you say but talk back? But stomp their foot? But whine? No. It's an unspoken truth that you should expect compliance with a willing spirit. Sometimes they just don't want to comply. That's true. This is the time they must learn that they don't have to want to do what you say. They just have to do it. By allowing a rebellious spirit, you are allowing disobedience. This means that you need to build up your relationship with your child. Learn to build it up to avoid passive rebellion. Disrespect should never be allowed in attitude or otherwise. This should be addressed immediately or it will grow. You can learn more about how to avoid these mistakes and more in the online course I suggested earlier called How to Train Your Child to Behave. There is a free mini course that starts you off on this journey called Establishing an Effective Parental Mindset, which you can find in the link in the description below. Parents, you can do this. I know this particular video was tough to hear, so if you got this far, congrats to you. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and thanks for watching.